And we're back for race 3 of the 5K Frenzy. Runners are on the start line. Times have been pretty good so far, just checking in with a few of the runners in the first 2 heats, and they're very, very pleased with their time. So it's a bit hard to see it on the coverage. Might get a shot at some trees in the background, but it is very windy here in Bendigo tonight. Certainly not going to rain, touch wood, but it is very windy conditions, not ideal out there. Wearing hip number 1 in this race, we have Jai Edmonds up from Collingwood. 2 is Caleb Laker from Keilor St Bernards. Glenn McMillan goes in 3. He's over from Shepparton tonight. Jared McMullen up from Geelong Athletics Chilwell in 4. Stephen Van Rees, local runner, Bendigo Uni in 5. Unattached runner Alex Murray in 6. Another Uni, Nigel Preston, who actually does all the media, social media for Athletics Bendigo. So if there's any viewers out there that have been onto the Athletics Bendigo region website, Nigel Preston is the man that puts all that together. Number 9 is Grant Simpson, also down Geelong way from Ballarat. Ned Verwey from Frankston in 9. Young Harrison Boyd in 10 from the Bendigo Harriers. Ashley Rogers in 11 from Ballarat YC. Paul Prentice, Box Hill in 12. Seth Chan up from Nunawading in 13. And Alex Howard from Ballarat YC rounds out the field in station 14. So early on it looks like Chan and Howard have come from the outside there and they've come right around. Not Howard, certainly Chan at the front from Melbourne Uni. Oh, it is Howard. I was right. Laker there. Boyd. McMillan there in the Inside Running podcast shirt. Looks like he's been having a chat to Brady Trelfall with that one. So field's still pretty munched here and pace is good. Got them all stretched out in a line. Chan checks the watch very, very early. He'd probably be better off just looking at the clock we've got set up at the 200. So going through in very slick fashion. Looks like they've gone through in 1 minute, which is, I don't know, a little bit slower. 105 perhaps. Lockie's now pointed to the clock, so he's helping me out in all. It's taken 3 races, but he is he has come to the party now. So 12 laps to go, 1:30 on the clock. So the crowd's starting to build under the marquee now. Absolutely fantastic. Chan again, Howard right there as well. Try and get a fix on the hip number of, on the 3rd, it's Caleb Laker there. Preston goes into 4th with McMillan. Boyd in 5th there. A little bit of a check there on the Ballarat YC runner. Hands get thrown up in the air. So still only about 20 metres separating first from last here. So even though they're strung out, still tracking at a pretty reasonable sort of pace. Chan just has a bit of a look behind him. Just wondering where everyone's going to come from. Looks like he's waiting for someone to come up around him. He's not happy to take the lead. Howard happy to oblige there and moves into the front. So we've got 2 Ballarat YC boys in this race, and I hope it's Alex Howard who's gone to the front. The other ones, or maybe it's not a Ballarat YC, maybe it's a ballerine singlet that I'm getting mixed up with. Yeah, Ballarat there, and another Ballarat there in Rogers. So pretty much the status quo here. Howard still leads, about 20 metres between first and last. Bit of movement there from Preston. But everyone's quite happy to play follow the leader at the moment. I missed the first K split. Hopefully Lockie's going to fill me in there. He's got no idea, shakes the head, giving me donuts. Well, it took him 3 races to give me the lap count and the time, so maybe next race he'll have the split for me. So coming around that bend again past the jab run up. Still Howard from Chan and Laker there in third. Underneath the marquee there, nice round of applause. Bit of atmosphere under that marquee, so hopefully it gets these runners a bit stirred in the belly. They can drive them onto some fast times. And it is Howard. Still doing the running. Everyone still looks pretty comfortable here as they approach the 2K. No, still got 1 lap to go. I'm 1 lap early. So if I was just looking from this angle, Howard and Chan have put maybe 2 or 3 metres on Laker, and I'm not sure whether they've upped the pace or the rest of the group have just slowed slightly, but there is a gap. Here's a gap starting to form. Getting quite noisy through that marquee now. Few cheers, few whistles. So it is Howard, it is Chan, Laker, Preston, McMillan, Murray, Van Rees, Boyd. Oh, and I missed those last couple. I need to be a bit quicker on the next lap. But they are still all very, very close together. And that gap is widening. There is certainly a gap. So Howard and Chan have started to move away from the rest of the field. Laker is sort of caught in no man's land there. McMillan has sort of sensed it and he's trying to move up on them. He's our man from Shepparton, young Glenn McMillan. About an hour 20 drive. So he'll be looking for a good time. He doesn't want to get caught with that slow pack. He wants to move over to Howard and Chan as quickly as he can. And he has moved up to Laker. Will he sit on Laker or will he go past? As we pick him up on the front straight. And it's status quo out the front. Howard from Chan. And McMillan is comfortable there tucking in behind Laker. Preston has gone wide. And he's around Boyd and he's moving up now. Or is it Van Rees? No, it's Van Rees. So Van Rees has made the move past Preston and Boyd there. Rogers and Verney up from Frankston. And it's Simpson at the back, Grant Simpson. And he's fallen off the back a little bit. So this field is being stretched now. There was about 20 metres between them. We've got about 50. It is still Howard and Chan out the front. Laker, McMillan, Rogers and Van Rees. So Stephen Van Rees has probably been the big mover in this last lap. He's moved up to about 6th position there. He was back in 8th. So he's made a big, big move. Be interesting to see what he does now. Will he be happy just sitting on Rogers there? Or will he come around? So 6 laps to go here. So we're about halfway through. And it is Howard forging ahead. Chan there, about a 5 metre gap back to Laker and McMillan. Preston Boyd still together. Verney and Rogers and Simpson at the back. So 8.5 minutes on the clock. I'll try and get a lap split this next lap around. So they're going to go through the 200 in about 8:45. So we'll just see what As I speak, Alex Howard has actually moved away from Chan, so Howard has decided to maybe stretch this a little bit. McMillan, oh no, Chan is fading, so Chan is fading. Might not be Howard, it might be Chan going backwards. So McMillan has moved up now. Laker's about to join him. 2K, so Rayner is out me, so 2K was 6:13. So that's pretty fast going. So 9:25. So if my math is right, they're going through in, not too fast for me anyway. I would be so far off the back of this pack, it's not funny. I could have actually been lapped twice. So looking here, and McMillan has gone into second, Laker there as well. Van Rees now into fourth. I think that's Rogers there in the check, and Chan has blown up. It is a Nathan Crowley type explosion, and he is trailing off the back of this group. Preston and Boyd will reel him in very soon. There's Rogers. And Simpson there at the back as we come back to the front straight. And we have a race now. So 4 laps to go here when we get here, and we have a 4-way race. And this is anyone's at the moment. Let's get the check, and it's Murray. So Murray's about 10 metres off this lead pack. As Preston and Boyd, and there's a race in itself, they move up to Chan. Chan's holding them at the moment. He's not going to let them go past without a fight. Verwey goes past. There's Rogers and Simpson. But it is a real battle at the front of this pack. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So we're back now, and it is still Howard from McMillan and Laker and Van Rees, the big tall figure of Stephen Van Rees. Murray looks like he's not going away. So this is a race. We have a real race here. Chan hasn't given up, so about 30 metres off the back of the first group. Chan and Preston, and Boyd looks spent. He is hanging on with everything he's got. Howard, McMillan, Laker, Van Rees, and Murray looks like he's actually joined this group. So we have 5, and we are coming up with a K to go. So 1K to go. Clock ticks over 12:40. So we're on track for a sub-16 race here. There'll be a kick down sooner or later. We can't have a pack of 4. They're not going to run like this for much longer. Someone's going to have to burst out of this pack pretty soon. And it looks like it's Laker. So Laker's made the move early within the last K. Howard's been dropped. So Laker, McMillan and Van Rees have all gone around Howard here. He's done all the work out the front and he's got no love. They've said, thank you very much, Alex, but we are gone. It's a terribly cruel sport, but that's running, and Alex Howard's done enough of it to know. So it is now Laker, Caleb Laker, who is leading this third heat. Glenn McMillan from Shepparton and Stephen Van Rees from Bendigo Uni. So that is our top 3 at the moment. And they have put a big, big gap on Alex Howard. In fact, Alex Murray's about to go past Howard. That's how dead he's gone. He's just got nothing left in the legs. So a race in 3. Although Van Rees looks like he's struggling now. So Lakers had a huge injection of pace into this lap. McMillan is sticking fat. Couple metres back to Rees. Murray has now gone past Howard. Let's see if Alex can hook on there. 1 lap to go. And it's Laker from McMillan. They are digging deep now. Glenn McMillan's giving it everything he's got. Van Rees looks gone. Murray and Howard. Alex hasn't given up there, although they're both Alex's. So take your pick on that one. Chan and Preston over the line. Boyd's been dropped in that little group. But down the back, it's Caleb Laker. Glenn McMillan not going away. Caleb Laker up from Keelos at Bernard today. He'll be looking to finish this off. He doesn't want to drive all the way home without this race win. Through the 200. McMillan not going away. Oh, and it's really gone up. It's another kick down. Laker, McMillan. They are going to come flying up the front straight here. Oh, it's hard to tell from this angle. This is anyone's. McMillan looks like he's edging him. Lakers fighting back on the inside. McMillan on the outside is there. Oh, I'm going to leave that one for the photo finish, ladies and gentlemen. 15:38 by my reckoning. Stephen Van Rees crossed the line. That last K was absolutely flying. Alex Murray, Alex Howard crossing the line now. What a race. Wowee. Chan now, who led the running early. Nigel Preston crosses the line. Verwey from Frankston, he'll be happy with that one. Just a tick over 16 minutes. Young Harrison Boyd. Grant Simpson has flown. He was sitting right out the back. He's come from nowhere. Great run there. And Rogers from Ballarat YC finishes us up. Absolutely fantastic. Hey, great racing. It's nice when we got a pack at the front. The boys are pretty happy. They're tired, but they're smiling. A couple on the ground. Sweat dripping off them. Hopefully they can get a drink into them, sit back and watch our next heat. We'll be back very soon.